This is Craig Carruthers. I'm going to give you a quick video tutorial here of how to use the OurGolfStats.com website for Metro Seniors. You want to bring this up in your internet browser by entering this web address. I've got my mouse set up so hopefully you can see where I'm pointing to on the screen. There's a lot of information here. Click around on things. You won't break anything. The website is set up for handicap administration for more than just Metro Seniors, so there are some things here that you won't need. But the main menu for the website is up in the upper left-hand corner in these golf pencils. You'll probably want to take a look sometime at these video tutorials. There are additional tutorials will give you additional information on how to use the website over and above what I'm presenting here today. The main thing in coming to our Golf Stats, though, is to get to the reports for your division. You do that by logging in, and like most websites, the login is in the upper right-hand corner. Now, what I've done here is narrowed my page to show you if you can't see this login in the upper right-hand corner, you'll need to either widen the page by clicking on this rectangle up here that makes it full screen, or move the mouse all the way to the bottom of the screen to this gray bar, left click mouse on it, move it to the right, and that scrolls your screen to the right. This is called a scroll bar. You have one at the bottom and you have one on the right hand side where you click on it and move it, and that scrolls the screen. Okay, this shows you the entire login process. Click on the box below is what the instructions say. Select the name and then press enter. Here are the different organizations using the website. We'll click on Metro Seniors Division 3, Metro St. Louis Seniors 1, 2, 3, and 4 are right here together alphabetically. Click on Division 3 is who we're going to look at. Click enter, and it's asking for our password. It's the same password we've always had to get into our website, and you'll find that in the membership directory. And then it says login was successful, and this is a link. A link is text in colored ink that is active. We click on this and it takes you somewhere else to the Division 3 control panel, the Division 3 page. Now I'm going to go up to this box and make this screen bigger. There we go, full screen. Below the picture are the things you can do on this page. First of all, let's take a look at our member roster, handicaps, and flights page. And here's the roster. We've got the member names, handicap. Steve Albers is new. Date last played is blank. He hasn't played yet. He has a 0 handicap, and because he doesn't have a handicap, he doesn't have a flight yet. But because we list phone numbers, email addresses, and addresses on here, that's why you need a password to get in, so our information is not available to the entire world. But should you need to find someone who lives close and will be want to carpool with or something like that, you want to call someone up and ask if they can join your foursome for next week's play, here's where you can get that information. And I've got a rotating button on my mouse so I can scroll down, scroll up by moving it, or you can go up and down pages by going all the way to the right, clicking on that scroll bar and moving it up and down. Okay, I'm going to close this window, go back to other things. I want to show you how you can the course handicaps, how you can find out how many strokes you're going to get at next week's play. This box will list our schedule, and I'm going to find out for Aberdeen Golf Course is the first week for Division 3, and scroll down here to submit. And what it does is it lists all the golfers, their current handicap, what tees they should be playing, how many strokes they're going to get. Steve has to get his handicap established here. Virgil Avizado, 18.1 handicap, should be playing from the green tee. He'll get 18 strokes. Interesting that Ken Bader right below him's handicap is 1/10 of a stroke higher and is going to get a whole extra stroke. The thing I want to point out though is that if you are a C or D flight player, here, let's look at Ron Bronsreither. It shows two sets of tees, the green tees and the silver tees. If he plays from the green tees, he'll get 27 strokes. If he plays from the silver tees, he'll get 24 strokes. So this year, in 2013, C flight players and D flight players may, at their option, move to a forward set of tees. This shows you how many strokes you will get depending on the set of tees you play. If your handicap is 10.3, you're not in C flight or D flight. It just shows one set of tees and what strokes you'll get. So that's useful information that quite frankly, a number of people will use. One other thing really quickly, new in 2013, is if you just want to do this for your foursome, you can click yes, show only these selected golfers. You can click on each of the golfer's name. You do that by clicking on one, so say Joe Banez, holding down the control key and left clicking on, let's see, Craig Carruthers, James Chrisman, and Dennis Kaufman. Click on submit, and you get only those 4 instead of the entire 170 people in Division 3. You can print that out. So that's the course handicaps. You got handicaps and flights and the course handicaps. If you want to take a look at the schedule, Aberdeen is listed first for Division 3, April 11th. Time is 6:30. It is not a shotgun. And here we have men playing from the green tee, 66.9 and 115. And we can have C and D flight over here can play from the silver, which has a course rating of 64.6 and a slope of 112. And that's why people playing from this set of tees will not get as many strokes in figuring out their net score. So that's on the schedule every week. If you want to find out what's happened previously, like to last week's, let's go to viewing the reports. We have group reports and individual reports, and I'm going to scroll down so we just have those reports up. To show the winners, we've got in the third column over here, Metro Seniors weekly results, the green sheets. That's loading and taking longer than I would have expected. Let's try it again. There it is. And this is Division 1, 2, 3, and 4. The schedules are on here by the date. So here's the Aberdeen, April 11th. And these are all in black ink, but if you can see on your screen, in my screen, this is in purple ink up here. And that's because this is a link. You can click on this, and it will take you to another page. The other page is the Lucky 13 results. So nobody's played anything yet, so number of holes played, it's 0 for everybody. Total score, everybody's compared to par, and you scroll on down and you get the other brackets of all the people who have signed up for the Lucky 13. I'm going to close that out. Whoops, I'm going to come back here to the green sheets. When Division 3 plays Aberdeen on April 11th and the scores have been entered, this will turn into a link to the results for Aberdeen. We don't have any results yet, so let me come up here, and we've got links to the results in 2012 and 2011. Let's take a look at the results in 2012. And let's take a look at Aberdeen. Division 3 played Aberdeen way down here on September 6th. And here are the closest to the pin winners. Here are, let's see, at the top it says only the top 12 in each flight are listed. We paid in 6 positions, and here's Craig Carruthers finishing 7th, right just out of the money. That's was my story last year. So here's second flight. Steve Ty shot a 76. Well, we'll have to check that guy's clubs and see if they're legal. But that's how you get the results, and they will look that way when the results have been posted by a data entry. You can also look under the group reports column, results of our tournaments, listing all the golfers. Don't have anything yet, so I'll change this year to 2012. And let's take a look here at Wentzville's already in this box, so let's take a look. And oh yeah, this is where we transferred 2 people in from Division 2 into Division 3, Charles Napier and Bob Rusin, so they show up as to how they did last year in 2012. So let's take a look at how the division did in 2012. And they played, let's look at the last week, was Belk Park on September 27th. And here is the results in net score order. Fred Stieg had the best net score at 63. We could get this page in alphabetical order, or we could get this in gross or scratch order by clicking up here and clicking again on the submit button. But this shows in net score order, and it shows Fred won $16 for finishing first. We've got other columns added for 2013. In 2013, our closest to the pin money will be in this column. Last year, here's Clarence Siebert, finished 3rd in his flight and had a closest to the pin. So his $5 was added into total $16. And we'll break that out this year. But it shows what place you finished, how much money, and as opposed to the other report that we looked at that just had the top 12 in each flight, this lists everybody in the division that played that week. The money leaders by year, other reports, you can look at these 2 reports down here, the 1-page landscape roster with flight and the 3-page are what is going to the starters table every week. This is everybody on 1 page, what flight they're in. Many people find that this is too small, too hard to read, so we've got a bigger one here, but when you print it, it goes on 3 pages. Your choice, whatever one you want to use. But these 2 reports are available to everybody right off the website. There are individual reports. The way you take a look at reports on you, I'll show you reports on me. You click on the box to get all the names. Click on Craig Carruthers. Click on Submit the Selected Golfer. And here's various reports. The ones I find interesting are trend and handicap. I had a good year last year. Started at 16, ended up at 12. So this is color-coded about every 5 strokes. So I don't expect that to happen this year. This one to me is interesting to me, averages per par. So it shows what I averaged on par 3s, par 4s, par 5s in 2011, and then in 2012, and it's set up for 2013 with a lot of different statistics here. Another one that people probably want to take a look at is the last 75 scores. This also explains that how our handicap is determined from the lowest 8 differentials of your last 16 rounds. So there's a breakdown here between the 16th and 17th round to show you these down below do not figure in the handicap calculation anymore. And this does show what the differentials were for each of your rounds. So people who like to double check and manually calculate their own handicap, you can do it by looking at this screen. It also shows one closest to the pin here, a third place finish here, a closest to the pin there. Any other for individuals? You might be interested in this personal history at a particular course. It does list all the courses in the system. So it starts with Alabama. You need to go down to Missouri and then Aberdeen. Select that course, and it shows some interesting statistics by hole. What has been your low score, your minimum, your average, your maximum. It also shows your previous rounds at this course only and what you did by hole. I use this report to say, hey, I'm going to be playing Aberdeen next week. Got to watch number 14. I've taken a 7 there in the past and on number 8. So be careful there that I don't mess up. So that's interesting. There are other things there you want to take a look at. This shows down here your personal progress on the Lucky 13 Golf Challenge, and it lists the courses and it lists the holes. Actually, at this time, we have changed the holes here and changed the courses, and I have not got that updated in the system yet. But this is where you go, and it will show that at Emerald Greens, you got a 4 here compared to par, your +1, and then total it up for you. So the other Lucky 13 report showed your standings versus other people, but this shows what you have done, a report on you, the individual. I think that's about it. And it probably should be since I just clicked on something else here. If you want to enter your own putts and stuff that Metro Seniors doesn't keep track for you, click on this and follow instructions and you can do that. I think that's about it. If you've got questions or anything, you can submit them to the website or give me a call. Craig Carruthers. I'm in Division 3 in the Metro Seniors membership directory, and I'll help you through. There's a lot of information here. I think it's useful. I think it's fun, but it can be frustrating if you're trying to do something and you don't know how to do it. So give me a call or an email and I'll help you out. Thank you.